Craig, you are a keyboard player, and you lead from keys.
Yep.
What are some things that you would just coach some keyboard players that are maybe moving into worship leading, that would be important, and some things to think about with the physical space, with the gear, and then also maybe some things with playing?
I think that the practical thing is to own the space you're leading from. Make sure that as you're standing, the keyboard is at a comfortable height. There's a lot of freedom leading from keys. You can step away from the instrument, turn around, look at the drummer, and engage the drummer and provide some direction, then you come right back to the keyboard. But you gotta know that it's where you want it to be, so when you swing back around, it's there and you can get right into the verse, whatever form you are in. So that's key, that's real practical. The other thing is I see a lot of keyboard players struggle with that sustain pedal slipping away from. So secure that. If you got a volume pedal, the same thing. Don't be afraid to get some gaff tape and just tape that sucker down, because that's super helpful. You want to know where your stuff is. With a guitar, it's strapped on you. With a keyboard, you're stepping away, you're coming back to it, you're engaging the band. You want to know that stuff's where it needs to be when you get back there. So that's real practical stuff. I think the musical piece, you want to, when the band's in, you want to stay out of certain people's way. You want to stay out of the bass player's way. Get your left hand off those roots when the bass player's in. If the guitar player's in full gear, you've got an acoustic player, we got an electric player, stay out of that mid-rangey stuff. Go up high a little bit more, and you're playing less. You're playing less of the chord progression. Maybe even just switched your sounds and you're on pads and you're not being really rhythmic because everybody's in. Then once the band dials down, you can bring that left hand back in because you need that root movement. You can maybe have a little thicker voicing. So there's just a lot of flexibility musically that you're not playing everything all the time. You have those options to do that. So the practical thing, the musical thing, those are two key things to think about when you're leading from keys.